Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. We're heading out on our two-night trip with our friends. We were supposed to be 5 people plus a dog, but it turns out that Gene fell a little bit under the weather, so it's just going to be 4 of us. It's going to be myself, Sandra, Simon, and his friend John. So thanks a lot for clicking on the video. I hope you guys enjoy.
Better come quick before my brain freezes back.
Oh, sorry folks.
Clear blue sky above, gusting to about 30-40 kilometers an hour. Lots of sun, but as you can see, we're in a softwood forest here, so only a bit of it reaches the forest floor, but we'll take whatever we can get. It's about minus 13 out. Wind chill would be maybe minus 20 or so. Look at that red squirrel off in the distance. I bet he's glad to see some sunshine. Yeah, that's what it was. This is mixed curling is what it is. Like.
If anybody's watched the video that we released about a week ago, this is where we had camped, and it was hard packed snow, and we kind of cleared the area for our camping weekend. We ended up with an ice rink, which should make things interesting. It's got to be nice and flat to begin with, so everybody should be perfectly comfortable. We're going to set her up, see if we can break it apart. If not, we're going to put spruce boughs or something like that just to make sure we have good footing. Yeah, but I think it should work out fine either way. That's nuts.
There's a nice rock there for you to hit your head on too.
If we can get down, it'd be nice if we get down at the edge, and
We're not going to be able to get underneath that.
I don't think so. That's in there solid.
Yeah. Alright, so we were hoping to be able to get to the base of the ice where there might have been an air gap, and we would have been able to pry the ice away, but unfortunately it's fused. It's directly through to the ground surface, so there's no way we can pry this ice out. We're going to have to go out there and cut some fir boughs so that we can have some insulation and keep us off the ice when we set up our sleeping mats for tonight. Okay, so the tent is preliminarily set up. We still have to make sure that all the corners are well anchored. The icy bottom there is making things a little bit dicey, but we're going to fix her up, make sure it's nice and safe, and then we're going to get the wood stove in there and start heating it up. Almost. Keep going.
Yeah, just let it burn, John. Once it gets going, it'll go.
It'll go?
Yeah. Yeah, the problem with breathing on it this time of year is pushing.
It's on.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so there's some stick. Here's some stick.
You give it to him?
It burns fast.
Yeah, when you breathe on it this time of year, you're blowing so much cold air towards it that...
There, nicely done.
Don't burn your knee there, right?
No, but it's wet.
Nobody's got a fire in front of
I'm gonna throw in this too.
Okay, I'll go get a couple more pieces of wood instead of staying here.
Cool. Well done, sir.
Thank you, that was fun. First time I've done that too.
We got these fir boughs. Primarily right now is to ensure that we have nice and safe footing, so nobody slips and falls. And also this is going to be the start of the bedding that we're going to be using tonight. We need to get a fair amount as we're 4 people sleeping in here, but easy to collect, all nearby.
So we've just boiled up about 3 cups of water here. I've got a pre-made dehydrated soup from home, the usual one we've been having, squash and carrots, a bit of leek, and just bring that to a simmer, let it rehydrate on the side for about 20 minutes or so, and then with Mike's pot here we'll add about 3 cups of boiling water with a bit of stock in it, just to add a little more flavor here. Alright, so just added a bit of stock to the soup here, and we'll let it simmer away for probably 20-25 minutes or so. That time all of the dehydrated vegetables will be rehydrated. I guess the only other thing I added was a bit of maple sugar. That helps to sweeten it up.
So here's our late lunch, prepared by Simon, pretty much all from his gardens with the exception of one ingredient, which were apples that he got locally. But this is all dehydrated, rehydrated, and ready to eat. And it's really, really good. Thanks a lot, Simon. So this channel that we have here, Sandra gets credit for it. She dug that out, and it's working great. Basically, all the water that's building up from the ice melting from the stove is draining out of the tent, which is what we need because we want to make sure that we keep it away from our sleeping bags when we set up tonight.
Yeah, so you process it, but it comes and goes as opposed to something getting absorbed by
The heat.
Want to leave the door open for a bit, or what?
Well, it's gotta be hot because this thing can barely hold it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's over. It's like the thing doesn't go higher than 50, and it's at 50, and I can't even hold it. So it's over 50.
Damn!
Wow, it's hot.
I don't know, maybe it's that hot because the ring got hot.
Yeah, no, I suspect it's that hot.
Over 50 up
She was
there.
cranking up there.
Alright, so we've set up some mats. Well, we've set up the first one here with these fir boughs. We're going to set up 4 around the tent. This is going to keep us away from the water and away from the ice. So it should be perfect, really. It didn't take too long to collect it. We were able to collect it from the vast amount of fir trees around. So we're going to set this one up for now as a test, get our air mattresses ready, and later on when we're ready to hit the sleeping bags, we'll finish the rest of them.
Big log on the bottom and it's what? It's flat.
So we have our late night snack all pretty much ready. Have bacon wrapped scallops on one side, and on the other we have some lots of sticks. It's smelling really good. I'm looking forward to this. That was fast. That was fast. What's that, 4 liter?
Yep.
Wow. Now we got water for the morning. We're because we have a hot tent, we're not overly concerned about it freezing up, so we're gonna be ready for breakfast and coffee. Awesome. Everybody's all set up in their own little corner.
I'm still working on my situation.
Hey, it looks like we should be alright. Everything seems to be fairly level. Everybody's got enough room on their own sides, and we're all basically insulated against any dampness or wetness on the ground. So I think it should be a good night. If need be, we'll throw some firewood in the stove. But yeah, I think we're everybody's all set up perfectly well, and we should have a nice, comfortable night's sleep. We'll see you guys in the morning. Good night. Morning. We made it through the night. It stayed pretty warm. Only had to fill up the stove maybe twice throughout the whole night. I think for the most part everybody stayed warm. A little bit chilly here and there in gaps, but I think everybody was okay. Our ground is flooded. The ice has pretty much melted. We're going to work at clearing some of that out today. Right now we're just getting some coffee ready and having some breakfast.
So we've got our coffee here in the little French press. Bit of organic coffee from Just Us in Wolfville, Nova Scotia. Let that sit for a bit, and then we just push the plunger down and fresh coffee. And then you'll remember last night we boiled some water with the dehydrated blueberries, apples, and some almonds in it. And ta-da, you can see there. This morning I just added a little more water, put it on the side plate on the stove. That's great for warming stuff up if you don't want it to come to a full boil. This is steaming now, so we're going to have some hot cereal for breakfast.
Drop some on the floor, it's just going to melt it more.
One more water.
You're on to something, Sandra.
I'll have that cleaned out by after tea time. When we get back.
Yeah.
That's working well.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Well, I guess we will keep you around camp after all.
Another day.
All right, I guess you can stay.
We had a bit of a buildup of water from our floor thawing through the night.
And if you listen carefully, it might sound like a river running.
What's that? A river runs through it?
Yeah.
The high-end tent we have. Yeah, Sandra did a great job again with the trench. Clearing most of the water out, so should make things a little bit more livable for us. Ah, that's a lot of water.
That's really helping out.
bushwhacked through the woods to find our old trail. It's in so slow condition. There's been a lot of recent deadfall, but we made it through fairly easily enough. We're just gonna hang out here and have ourselves a little bonfire, have lunch, and yeah, just enjoy the scenery.
Ooh. Naughty wood.
Found another tree that had all kinds.
Donated some to the cause, Sandra?
Yeah. Okay, just hanging right off.
Begging to be taken.
I'll put it there. That stick was in my way, so I didn't want to breathe.
Mike's going big time now. That stuff might be a bit drier.
Furniture smells like bacon wraps.
Come on. There you go.
That's right. There's some torture bark on the stump there, Mike.
Okay, let's see if we can get this working. Here we go.
Nice one, Mike.
I didn't see that.
down too much. Definitely starting to rot. All right, here we are we're fireside with Mike and Sandra at Mechanic Settlement. You two, what's going on here? What's the situation?
We're on the spot. I'm not good at on the spot. We managed to get our fire nice piping hot. A bit surprising because a lot of the wood was damp, even though we had it covered in a tarp for a while. But it looks like the water seeped through. But managed to get this crazy softwood split and got a nice fire going. Pretty soon we're gonna prepare our lunch. We're having steak and potatoes, and they are having what are you having?
Tinfoil meal.
Tinfoil meal. So that's keeping it vague. So should be delicious. Looking forward to it. Take a half. What do I have to?
Close enough.
So my hands just can't hold that.
Oh, that was stupid. Not the strongest. One's pretty flimsy. Should be alright. Just the right length.
Very fine, Mike. You need the rope anymore? Where was it?
I can just put it in the top pouch there on the ground. Thanks.
Oh,
Let's turn it right.
It's like a little clothesline of bacon.
Clothesline of bacon.
Look at us. We've got tongs, wooden spoon,
Ow.
spatula.
Yeah, it's hot there.
Yeah. Ow. Woo. There we go, folks. Nice smoky bacon.
No, I'm good. You try it.
You're good.
You try it first.
Yeah,
you
you're
did
the
it.
chef, Mike.
You try it first.
Cool down.
Cooling. Oh, we have a cooling rack too.
Yeah, we have a cooling rack. Yeah.
Should have
I don't
brought
know if it's on camera, but
Move one of the
Should
other
have brought
ones
a
in the
jug
middle.
of maple syrup with us.
Here we go, folks. Help yourselves.
Oh, it's calling my
Put a middle
name.
one in, yeah, the side one in the middle.
What's that?
Take some of the sides and yeah, put it in the middle.
Go.
Alrighty. Taking the plunge.
You gotta leave it on the cooler.
Still hot. Still hot. Oh, fingers. Alright. We're gonna try that second time now.
Alright.
That does it. We can make this again.
Pretty simple. Had built little mini tripods on either side. Pretty simple. Knots on them. Nice stick here in the middle. And it takes a little bit of time and knowing how to adjust to the flames because they go up with the oil. But man, it's good. So that worked out pretty good for an opener for our lunch. We still got our main meal to eat. We're just relaxing. Not many big plans. Snow's really starting to come down. Nice little spot. The old blueberry fields here in the background. They were calling for some snow, but no, it's just it's nice to have it. Makes things a bit prettier. Overcast skies too. It tends to make things a bit warmer usually in the winter. So it's hovering around 0 Celsius today. Perfectly comfortable. Does that look tender?
I'm gonna flip it like this, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, don't roll the log over. Nice.
Now do you want to share?
Just leave me the bones.
It's winter camping. It's just suffering. Just sacrifice.
Roughing it.
Oh, beautiful. I hope it doesn't melt the plate.
It's worth it.
Look at that. Perfect. Might be a bit overdone. It won't be as rare like we like it. Although it's, well. That smells good. Here's our lunch. No. Cut off these. Yeah, she's not rare, unfortunately. Want to try the first piece?
No, you cooked it. Go ahead.
We're not sharing. Oh my god. I know I exaggerate, but geez.
Then if you give him a piece, he's gonna know what he's missing, so maybe you shouldn't give him any at all. Oh, there's that on here.
Gotta open a restaurant, Mike. You'll offer authentic
Everybody's gotta have a piece.
You going?
country cooking.
Thank you. One for the cameraman.
Oh my god. That's really good.
Yeah, steak was a good idea.
I'm so glad we roughed it out in the woods. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. Delicious.
Wow.
That's probably one of the best steaks I've ever had. Certainly the best steak I've ever had outdoors.
Yeah, we're doing that again someday.
Drop it. Sausages, onions, potatoes, and carrots. Nice. Hot.
Club. Alright, so we just sat around the fire after we finished our supper. We had a nice rip-roaring fire, threw a lot of heat, and sat here nice and comfortable. We're going to head back now to our camp because it's going to get dark fairly soon. We want to make sure that we have time to do all the chores we need, getting firewood ready and getting some water. We'll see you there. These are snow fleas. I don't think they're of any particular hazard. They do usually show up when the weather starts to warm up and the snow starts to deteriorate. I'd like to do a bit of research on them to know a bit more about them, but that's a crap load of bugs that you don't expect to see in February in eastern Canada. It's still not as bad as it was this morning.
Well, it's flooded in there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. How you looking there, John?
Good. Getting ready to start pumping it out. Or sweeping it out.
It's okay.
So we had a great day at the other campsite. Ate incredibly well, still full, but now we're just gathering up our wood. Simon's working up on the fire up there, and Sandra and John have been working at clearing out the water from the tent. So everybody's got a role, and we're all working away, and it's working out great. We're having a great time. It's a lot of fun. Highly recommend to anybody. We lucked out. The weather's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. It's right around 0 degrees. There's no wind. We had a little bit of snow here and there today, but it's cleared out. Now actually the sun has come out just as it's getting to nightfall, so maybe we'll get some clear skies tonight. It was overcast last night, but yeah, maybe we'll get some nice starry skies. It's been a great time. It's a great weekend. Loving it. Looks like a squirrel has made a Kinsey. That's neat. That's how you build a proper shelter. So we survived the second night. It stayed pretty nice and warm. The stove never went out all night, and we kept her nice and warm. Right now I've got some water on the stove. Already got a batch of coffee ready. And she's gonna have a little breakfast and a little tear down, and we'll probably be heading out. Well, it's a beautiful morning, folks. Sun is coming up through the trees. Actually hearing some birds chirping. A bit crispy, a bit below zero, but really nice, gorgeous, refreshing. We had our morning coffee. Just going to start packing up and tearing down. Had a really great time. Really good time. Want a big thanks to Simon and his buddy John. It was really great having him down here. He contributed a lot to some of the footage that we have. So looking forward to seeing the video portions that he took care of, because he's got a bit more skill with it than I do. But it was a great time. Looking forward to doing this again. Hope you guys enjoyed this. We'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Whenever you're ready. Yeah, there's some heat there. There's a lot of heat. So over the last 2 days of having the wood stove in here, probably melted a good 6 to 8 inches worth of ice. Luckily it would all pool at the bottom here, and we had the waterworks team clearing it out, so it was never really a serious issue. It wasn't ideal, but it worked out fine. And that was our setup. As you can see, the fir boughs all the way around kept us nice and dry, really comfortable, all level, so it worked out great. It was perfect. And it smells good too. Pine fresh.
We just took all of the ash out of our stove here and used our new shovel to pick the bricks up. Better than trying to shake it all out while it's hot. Take the rest of the ash out, let that cool down a little more, and then we'll be ready to pack it up. Get our cords in.
If they want to fold that in,
All the way.
up right there. A bit more of that. There. Fold this one in again. Perfect. Good?
Yep.
There we go.
Damn! We are getting good.
Thanks a lot for joining us. Take care.